Now, do you know that a lazy child is good for business? And that sounds strange, but let's talk about it in a minute. When you have your children at home or at your house, it's very easy to notice the child who is what you call sharp, a child who does things very fast. And it's also easy to identify a child who is doing things very slowly. So if you send them to go wash the dishes, you can tell who is doing fast and who is doing slow. And it can get very frustrating at some point because you're wondering, why are they not doing as fast as the others are doing? And if you're not careful as a parent, this may strain your relationship with the child. But I have a question for you. Have you ever not, and this is, if you have confirmed it's not a special child, have you ever realized, or have you ever asked yourself, this slowness, could it be that they are overthinking? Could it be that they're overprocessing the instructions? Because that's a possibility. But here's the challenge. When you have a child who is overprocessing instructions, and it's something you have noticed, you would wish that the same has not been noticed by others. But let me give you a very interesting story. In 1895, a father walks into a school, and the intention is to know the strength of the child. So it was a career day, 1895. So the father walks in and he asks the teacher, what career can my child take? And the teacher of those times, this is what the teacher said. Your child is lazy. Your child is easily distracted. And your child can never remember anything. And the principal, and this is on history, this was on record, and the principal said, it doesn't matter what he does, he never amounts to anything. Just imagine hearing that from the teacher and the principal of the school, people who spend their time with the child. And that father is called Hyman Einstein, and the son is called Albert Einstein. A lazy child. Is it a lazy child or overprocessing? And many years later, he worked on one idea he worked on the theory of relativity for 10 years. One idea for 10 years. And so this shows that even if a student is lazy, it's not necessarily, maybe they're overprocessing. Okay, let me give you a simple. Do you know basketball? Basketball was a game where a basket was attached to a pole and the students were throwing the ball there. And they used to identify students to pick a ladder and go up. And so one day they decided that the game was so interesting, we identified the lazy one who was going to hold the ladder. And so the lazy boy was holding the ladder. And the ball was getting to the basket and it was going up and down. And then he got tired and asked, is there a way of making this work easy? And then he looked at the basket and he realized, the reason why I'm going up is because the bottom is holding the ball. So then he proposed, why can't we just cut the bottom? But just cut. And so the laziness, which was interpreted as laziness, was a person who was looking for shortcuts. And no wonder Bill Gates said this. He only hires lazy people. And the reason is they're always breaking down complex tasks into very simple tasks and looking for shortcuts. So if you realize your child is slow in doing things, they're not necessarily lazy, they may be overprocessing. And this may work for them. See you next time.